Well, I think Ohio State's a really good team, and Kelsey Mitchell is phenomenal. She is electric. She is really, really difficult to guard. She puts so much pressure on the defense because of the way she attacks the basket. I thought we shot ourselves in the foot a little bit more in the second half. I thought we just made some errors that we don't usually make, turning the ball over, missed a lot of threes. But overall, I thought we got our composure when we needed to. I thought Michael Johnson coming in at the end. We talked about we had a foul to give. She used it at the exact perfect time. I thought she just really, really did a great job managing the clock down the stretch, and I was really, really pleased with the win.
Chris said you might update us with the physical status of Taya and Brianna.
Well, Bree's actually was running from the doctor right now. So I don't know the answer to that one yet. Taya was cleared to play, and she is she's allowed to play just kind of up to her pain tolerance. Is what is we're going to have to manage that and figure that out, how that soreness and all works. But Bree, we're deciding she's either going to have surgery right away or try to play in a brace. That's what they're discussing right now. So we'll know about that probably. They'll probably think about it for 24 hours. I mean, she can't play in the next week or so. So. They'll have some time to think it over.
Would the surgery be season-ending?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a 6-month rehab.
What do you do? It seemed that there was some trouble with the half-court offense. What do you do to make that a little more effective? How do you...
You know, I think it was hard for us today because we played 4 guards a lot, and we just haven't had enough time to work it out. We're not. We had 2 games in the Bahamas. We haven't had a chance to practice it, so it's going to look ugly for a while. I thought Hannah did a really good job helping us run the offense because she could play inside. But when we went with the 4 guards and had to put Kat back inside, we really looked out of sync. I was, we got a lot of shots. I thought we just missed a lot of shots too. I mean, the 3-point shot was not really working for us today. But overall, we got a lot of work to do on offense.
How does Hannah get 7 offensive rebounds?
And she outworks people. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, she's a really good athlete, and she's strong and she can jump, but she really just wants to go after the ball. So I think it's mostly her attitude.
Even without Bree and Taya, you out-rebounded them 45-34.
Yeah, that was spectacular, right? I think with what we had in the post, I thought the guards had to come in, and Maddie did a great job. Coming up with a double-double. So that's what we got to do. I mean, we've got to do everything as a team. We've got a team rebound, we've got a team defend, and we've got to share the ball on offense. So it's really everybody playing together is how we're going to win.
Their press bothered you more than...
Yeah, it did. That surprised me. That was the one thing I was comfortable with, was the press. I thought we're gonna really be able to score a lot of points off of their press, and we really didn't handle it well. We over-dribbled. We missed people that were open. We didn't do exactly how we did it at practice yesterday, and that was disappointing. But we can learn from that.
Lindsay, what really stands out to you about the way Madison's been playing all season, but in particular his past couple of games?
I think Maddie's playing with a ton of confidence right now. Her 3-point shot is working really well for her. She's always played really, really hard for us, and so I think we're really confident whenever Maddie's in the game, and she can give us that any spark that we kind of need at the moment. And she's been playing really well these last few games.
Madison, did you feel? I mean, with that shot that he believed were just you open, or did you feel like it was your turn to make that shot? Or?
Well, I thought I was kind of open, and I knew that we needed to shoot it and at least try to get a rebound if it didn't go in, and thought I had a decent look, so luckily it went in.
Back-to-back career high points. Just feel like you have your in the zone, or?
I mean, just as long as we win the game, I don't think about anything else. So, and that's great. But we won, so it's greater.
How did they bother you?
I think it was a little bit of the press a little bit. We really didn't expect that kind of press and the way they were trapping us and pressuring us a little bit. I think it kind of took us aback. But I think just throwing different things at us, pressuring us in the half court and kind of getting us out of sync on offense really bothered us.
Lindsay, you hit a half-court shot last year right at the buzzer, which was clutch against Florida State. You had one right before halftime, right before third quarter, and then shot clock winding down, you hit the 3. You always have that sense of where the clock is in your mind.
I think a big part of it is just my teammates getting the ball out quick. And so we're able to get a full head of steam going to the basket, and it makes it easier for me to just run down the court and make a layup or make a jump shot. So it's just knowing how much time is on the clock, and we talk about that in the huddle, and we're always aware of it.
You averaged only like 5 shots through the first 4 games. Coach tell you to be a little bit more assertive offensively? Or?
No, I'm sure she was thinking that, but I'm just looking for my shot more, being more aggressive in the offense.
Did you want her to shoot more?
Yes.
Or you try to just get others involved more in the early part of the game to get everyone acclimated? Or?
Yeah, I think that's my role as a point guard. I try to get others settled first before I can get my spots or take my shots. So I think I'm just worried about everyone else before my shots.
You talked about this needing to be a team effort, team rebounding, team defense. That's always the case, but is it more true this season, more true right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think with Bree out, she makes such a difference with our team. We just don't have the shot blocking, and I thought they made a lot of shots around the basket that Bree maybe would have altered. So we've got to do a better job of not letting them get that far. So we got to be a little more physical. We got to help down, maybe trap the block, and just be a little more active. I think defensively, switching zone, man, junk. We're playing everything we can think of. So we're trying to keep them off balance in a different way.
If you talk about going against a former assistant, as long as you're coach, it's only the 4th time. I know you try to avoid it, but how tough is it? What makes it tough?
Well, I mean, I hate it. I really hate it because, we spend so much time together here. We have such a history with the whole family, with Letitia and our team and our staff. And it's really, once the game starts, we completely forget and we're competing. I don't think either one of us thinks anything. Looking down the sideline, it just doesn't enter my mind. But before the game was hard and after the game's hard. Less hard when we won, but hard.
Sorry. For you and your staff, where does this challenge rate in terms of a mid-season situation or an into the season situation that you guys have to readjust?
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest weeks of the season for us, and to beat UCLA and Ohio State without our post players, I think it just really bodes well for this team of they're competitors, they're fighters, they're relentless. They just keep coming at you. We got down 1 late. They didn't bat an eye. They just came right back down and scored. So I think the attitude of this group, it's amazing. Everybody just wants to do what they can. Diamond is thrilled to go in for 2 minutes and try to help the team. Same with Coco. Everybody coming off the bench, they don't care if they're in for 1 possession. They just want to help the team win. And it's been really fun to watch the team. They're so locked in. The scouting report, they're studying it, and everybody knows that there's a chance they're going to get in the game. So it's been a kind of a fun puzzle to put together.
Madison, how did it change for you without those 2 being in there? Without Tay and Brianna?
Like what Coach said, they bring a lot of rebounding, so the guards have to go and rebound a little more. Bree's a really big presence around the hoop. She either blocks a shot or alters it, so we have to play better defense, and that's something that we weren't that good at today, so we need to come back and work on that.
Muffet, you mentioned having a lot of work to do offensively. The next 48 hours, you don't have a lot of practice time, but what's the biggest point of emphasis as you kind of spin forward here?
I think we got to rest a little bit. Lindsay played 40 minutes. Catherine's playing a ton of minutes inside. I think the guards can handle the minutes because we got some depth at guard, but the posts, they're going to have to rest a little bit. So we have to figure out a way to practice without working too hard. Just do a little more half court, do a little more walkthrough, work the offense 5-on-0, just figure out what we can do offensively, watch a lot of film, and then get ready a little bit more ready on Friday.
How does the personnel that you have change what you try and do against UConn?
The personnel really playing 4 guards is really great for our offense. Princeton's a really good 4-out offense. So I think that we have this stuff that we need. We just have to work together a little bit more in it. I think we'll see some similar things that we saw tonight defensively. So, we got a good chance to work on some of them.
You guys were the last team to win at UConn a couple of years ago. How important is it just to have the belief when you go into that kind of atmosphere that you can win that game and to have that kind of confidence going forward?
It's really important. I think that's such a big part of the game, no matter who you play. I think you have to believe in yourself and believe you can win.
Any other questions? All right, thank you.